Hey, hi, back from the honeymoon. Thank you guys, for those of you who left me well wishes. Thank you. It means a lot. It was like the best week of my life. But I have also had my hands on the Xbox One X. I got it early for like about a week, and I've been checking it out, and it is something else. I just wanted to post some quick thoughts on it. Briefly, just so you know, Microsoft did send this to me. They sent it with no strings attached. Like, I am under no pressure to say good things about it because I got a free Xbox, and that's good because I'm going to talk some shit. But I think overall it is good. It accomplished what it set out to do. But if you watch this and if you pay attention to this stuff, I'm sure you're already thinking like, oh, do I really need this? I don't really think I do. And you're probably not wrong. But right off the bat, I will say I do really like the design it has going on. You guys may have known I praised the Xbox One S because I love that freaking design. And here, it's very similar. It's way heavier. It's really heavy. But it's also, it's good. There's no power brick. It's small. It's streamlined. It's actually very, very quiet, thankfully. It's got a 1 terabyte hard drive. And it's just a nice little impressive piece of hardware. I'm pretty satisfied on that front. It is black, and it is very fingerprint prone. Even though it's matte, it still manages to look fairly slick. But what it's got inside is what really counts. Now, I'm not going to go into like the technical specs details. If you want stuff like that, go to the Before You Buy I put out on Game Ranks today. But I will say, just from playing stuff, it does feel very powerful. It does feel like a good substantial step up from the Xbox One itself, like the PS4 Pro, but it feels like it can handle a bit more, especially when you fire something up like Forza Motorsport 7 or Gears of War 4, which are totally updated to really take advantage of this thing. Like, it will do real 4K, it'll do 60 FPS, most notably with Forza Horizon 7. That game is like a miracle in this thing, and that's where you can feel that this thing can actually do what it set out to do, where Microsoft was like, no, it's the most powerful console ever. It's really fucking powerful. It's got GDDR5 RAM. It can cook. It can keep up with some things. Even Assassin's Creed is where things are kind of different. It seems like it's going to depend on how much developers really spend time optimizing these things, like third-party developers, because Assassin's Creed Origins, which I've been playing a shit ton of, and then jumping to the Xbox One version, I noticed immediately it's way sharper. The fact that it does do some sort of 4K upresing is really nice, but the frame rate isn't really that much better. It does not drop, but it's still 30, and that's, fine, I guess. If you're someone who pays attention to graphics a lot, maybe you're a PC person, or maybe you're just a fan of prioritizing 60 FPS, you're not always going to get it here. It doesn't seem like the Xbox One X is going to be the perfect fix all the time. For first-party games, just like the PS4 Pro, it's going to embrace it really well. But for third-party, they may not always have the resources. I don't know. It's not going to instantly make every game drastically better. But I have noticed, even with some backwards compatible stuff, it does up-res things and it does beef things up, and that's nice. The One S did that to a point as well. But the Xbox One X, I think, does a good job with that. But I think the biggest question, of course, and it's what everybody's been saying, it's what I've been saying since before the thing has come out, it's the games. And Microsoft has canceled a lot and moved some things. So right now, it's not the most exciting launch because there's not too much to play on it other than games that are already out. And that's fine, especially if you haven't played them. I will say that's fine, but I do think it needs more. A lot of people are saying it doesn't have enough games, and I think they might be right. But I will say to someone, if you're looking to buy an Xbox, you don't have an Xbox, you want to play those games, go for this, because it's the future-proofed one. It's the best one. If you don't have a 4K TV yet or an HDR TV yet, maybe you're going to have one, maybe you're not. But for now, you will get better graphics. You will at least get that. You'll get better graphics, better performance on 1080p. In general, it seems. But down the line, eventually, with the future, you're going to have a 4K TV. So this is a good future-proof thing. Think of it like the plus version, the pro version of the product you're going to buy. That's how I look at it. But I will say it's good. It's fine. Just like the PS4 Pro. PS4 Pro had a couple more launch problems, but it's good. It's fine. If you have the expendable cash, go for it. But if you don't feel bad. Either way, it's not really a bad decision. You're not going to be pissed either way. You're not missing out on too much. But if you really, really care and you do buy it, you'll be fairly satisfied, or you'll be satisfied in the future at least. Does that make sense? Is that the best way I could pitch it? Because I've struggled with talking about the PS4 Pro and now the Xbox One X, just because it's such a weird time. I'm not used to this whole console cycle where it's like a mid-upgrade cycle, like the iPhone 4 and then the iPhone 4S, and then eventually the 5 will come out. Does that make sense? I don't know. This is very weird. But on a more personal note, I will say I am drawn to this just because of the amount of power in it. I do play on PC most of the time when I can because I want to play games to the best graphical possibility that they can be. I'm lucky I have that privilege, but the Xbox One X at least feels like it comes a step closer, and I think they can get like a leg up on Sony if they do manage to make this seem to be the place to play third-party games, because if it's a console game on PS4 or Xbox One, I'm pretty like up in the air. I have no real allegiance to either one, and I'll play wherever it seems to be the best. And if games start to lean towards being better on this, I'll play it on this. Just like if they seem to be better on PS4 Pro, I'll play it on that. But that's, of course, personal preference. I am lucky to have a lot of options to choose from, but that's also why I'm here to just tell you how I feel. It's good hardware. It's the best possible version of the Xbox One that you can get. And I think either way, you're good. If you don't get it, you're fine. If you do, good. Maybe don't run out and buy it right this second, because you got plenty of games you can wait on and really bust this thing out on later on, but that's just me. So I want to hear what you guys are thinking. Let's talk about this thing, because it's dropping Tuesday the 7th, and the excitement is weird. I think diehard Xbox fans seem really excited about it. Everybody else, kind of not really. So I get where that thinking is, but I want to know what you guys are thinking, whether you are hardcore Xbox fans or you're PC fans looking at the specs, or you're a Sony fan. I want to know how you feel about just the general Xbox One X-ness. I'll be in the comments talking to you guys. Most importantly, if you have questions, let me see if I can answer them. Ask me as many as you can, like little things with this console. I'm here to help if you're curious. So hit me up down there, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Jake Baldino. Thank you guys so much for watching, clicking the like button, subscribing, all that. You know I'm Jake Baldino. You should subscribe because video games.